fighting breaks out, participants will utilize the latest technology and weaponry to give them an edge over their opponents.
The history of
There are some
civilization.
weapons, however, that those on the receiving end found dishonorable, overly cruel, or just plain unfair.
Alright.
Shotguns in World War I.
Sure. Became a big thing. Often could be called trench guns, right? Someone drops down into an enemy trench and just starts blasting everything and hits everything in the width of the trench there. But it's not like shotguns were new, right?
In 1917, after years of conflict, the trenches of the Western Front in the First World War found a new set of combatants who brought an unconventional weapon to the fighting. The newly arrived Americans brought with them shotguns, particularly the Winchester Model 1897. The weapon was immensely popular among the doughboys.
Wait, so, gun folks, when was, the shotgun as we know it invented? Was it around the time of the war, of World War I? I honestly don't know. Let me know down below.
1897. The weapon was immensely popular among the doughboys. Model 1897. The weapon was immensely popular among the doughboys. Capable of holding 6 12-gauge slugs, often containing double-aught buckshot, the 1897 was a robust and reliable piece of weaponry that was easy to maintain, simple to operate, and could lay down a devastating amount of firepower.
Sure, but I mean, if you guys have ever, shot a shotgun, it has a spread. It's got to be very contained. But trenches, perfect for it. You don't have to be that good of an aim. You're gonna hit, multiple people.
It was capable of slam firing, where the operator holds down the trigger and pumps the action, firing off a round with each pump. This was so effective that the 1897 were nicknamed trench brooms, or trench sweepers, since they could clear out a large section of enemy positions quickly. Germany argued that the use of shotguns and buckshot was a violation of the Hague Conventions, signed in 1899 and 1907, which banned weapons that cause undue suffering and cruelty. They further stated that as carrying a shotgun was a criminal act, any American soldier caught carrying one would be considered an unlawful combatant and would be duly executed.
If you lose, that's how all of this works. First off, what's the famous phrase? Your fat electrician say it. It's not a war crime the first time, but is it just a sucks to sucks, get good kind of thing? It seems pretty vague to just say undue harm or whatever when in war and weapons are literally designed to kill people. What do you think about that? The banning of weapons, I guess, in certain senses.
Would be considered an unlawful combatant and would be duly executed. American leadership issued a response, which states that obviously a shotgun is designed to kill and wound, though no more so than a rifle or machine gun. It then states that there are other uses for shotguns, such as shooting down messenger pigeons and possibly grenades while they're still airborne. The missive...
I didn't think of that.
New Yorkers have a huge stake in the shutdown fight in Washington. The government has been shut down since October 1st, but what's it all about? It's actually pretty simple. Congress is facing a huge November 1st deadline to extend Obamacare tax credits. That's when open enrollment for next year starts. And if they don't act now, health insurance costs for millions will skyrocket by the end of the year. So some members of Congress are saying, join us in extending those subsidies and we can vote to open the government. And if the others, who are standing in the way of affordable health care, changed course, the shutdown could end today. And this healthcare cliff could have a huge impact in New York. As many as 80,000 New Yorkers could lose their coverage, and monthly premiums could go up by more than $100 per person, and it could be even higher for folks upstate or in rural areas.
Would treat you worse. They would treat you worse, as a prisoner of war if you got caught with those things. So again, it's just about being, I guess, on the successful side with these weapons that are seen as, immoral, I guess. But all right, gas. That's been up there. It actually does get banned, but of course we are going to see it other times in history.
Then points out Germany's hypocrisy. They were the first nation to utilize poison gas, flamethrowers, and sawtooth bayonets, weapons that are arguably much more cruel than any amount of buckshot.
There's that famous scene, kind of the original All Quiet on the Western Front, where, because it's from the German perspective, where it was kind of, towards the end of the war, where they were taken off. What's the sergeant of his name?
In the mid-20th century, the newly formed state of Israel was in need of a more effective...
I guess you'd have new military tech coming with that.
And gained popularity for its lightweight and compact design, which was aided by a telescoping bolt which wrapped around beneath the breech end of the barrel. This allowed the magazine to be housed in the pistol grip and hold either 25 or 32 rounds, chambered for 9mm parabellum, though 40 and 50 round magazines are available and is fully automatic with a cyclic rate of around 600 rounds per minute.
I would think with how short it is, especially on the front, you gotta be pretty close with this thing, right? Is it actually, efficient in... traditional warfare, because you don't really hear about it that much. You usually have longer guns that are going to have more accuracy. And with how fast this is, or can be.
Apart from its small size, it's made from stamped steel with simple internal workings, which makes it inexpensive and easy to produce. In addition to the IDF, the Uzi's many variants have been used by over 90 countries. Its main function is...
It's illegal. Right here. This shot of the Eiffel Tower lit up at night is where things get tricky.
How is that illegal?
Well, France has a unique copyright law. Most countries allow you to film buildings that are visible from public spaces, a concept called freedom of panorama. France does not. For some monuments, you have to wait until their copyright protection ends, which is 70 years after the creator's death. The Eiffel Tower's copyright actually expired in 1993, but the lights they added in 1985 are still protected. What does that mean? Well, as a tourist, taking a photo for personal use is totally fine. But if you're a YouTuber, like Mr. Beast, using footage of the lights to make money through views on the video violates French copyright law. So technically, Mr. Beast broke the law. And if the company that operates the Eiffel Tower decided to enforce it, he could face fines up to 300,000 euros and up to 3 years in prison.
Do you think they'll actually go after him?
I mean, probably not, as they don't seem overly concerned with enforcing the rule. And even if they did, he likely wouldn't face any fines and would instead just receive a cease and desist letter asking him to take the video down. However, the same cannot be said for some of the YouTubers I'll be covering later in this video, who committed much more serious crimes, such as a YouTuber who physically assaulted someone, and another who put his cameraman and many others in serious danger. But first, I want to talk about a YouTuber who may have gotten himself banned from half the world. It's the second half of 2024, and insanely popular YouTuber IShowSpeed is traveling the globe on a chaotic world tour. From crashing a tuk-tuk in Thailand, to sparring in Greek street boxing matches, and even learning the hard way why you shouldn't enter the personal space of a dog in South Korea. Oh man. But the trouble doesn't start in any of these countries. Instead, it begins in a country many people overlook, New Zealand. Most tourist visas allow visits for up to 3 months, but they don't allow working or earning money. To work, you need a special work visa designed for traditional jobs, like being a lawyer or teacher. What lawmakers didn't expect back when these laws were created was that someone like IShowSpeed could arrive and work anywhere as long as they had their computer, phone, and an internet connection. New Zealand's government is now investigating whether Speed violated immigration law. If they determine he did, there are 2 potential consequences. First, he could owe taxes on the money he earned while streaming there, as New Zealand and most other countries follow the 183-day rule. This rule states that taxes are only owed on income that you earn in a country if you have lived there for more than 183 days within a year. But seeing as Speed wasn't in New Zealand for 183 days, the more likely consequence, if he's found violating immigration law, is a fine up to $3,000 and a complete ban from re-entering the country. But that's not the biggest problem. If one country rules against him, others could follow. So far, Speed has streamed in over 17 European countries and 6 in Asia, and he's planning a South American tour. All these places have similar visa laws, which means Speed could suddenly be banned from half the world. That's crazy.
Okay, so tell me why every time exams roll around, my brain suddenly forgets everything I've learned all semester. I was spending hours just trying to understand one question, just one, and still not getting it. And then I found Goth AI. I took a picture of the question I was stuck on, and it didn't just give me the answer, it explained how to get it. Like seriously, step by step, clear, easy, and straight to the point. It was like having a tutor in my pocket. I started using it to study every day before my exams, and things finally started clicking. I wasn't guessing anymore. I actually understood what I was doing. So if you're studying for exams and feeling stuck, Goth AI is a lifesaver. Like I wish I found it sooner.
Next, let's talk about Jesse from Nelk. In 2017, he and his team came up with a prank to enter a Bass Pro Shop in Ontario, pretend to be a fisherman, and try hooking a monster catch in the store's giant fish tank.
Wait, he actually tried to cast a line into their fish tank?
Yep, I mean, I get the excitement, but if you want to catch big fish without getting kicked out of a store, just play Fishing Clash instead. No security guards, no angry employees, just world-class fishing spots like Florida's coast and the Kenai River, right from your phone. Now, as Jesse walked up to the front entrance with a fishing rod over his shoulder, an employee stopped him and immediately told him not to enter. But Jesse continued trying to go inside, claiming there was a lake in the store. He continued trying right up until another employee and even a security guard told him and his team to leave. His friends laughed, but the staff didn't.
He needs better friends.
I actually heard he left the Nell group, kind of like how you dropped our group call after I beat you in Fishing Clash. Playing with friends, family, and 50 million other people in daily events and competitions is what I love about Fishing Clash. While most people would have gone straight home after being asked multiple times to leave, Jesse didn't. Instead, he and his team lingered in the parking lot, laughing about the situation with fans, prompting the security guard to tell him to leave again. This is a problem because under Canadian law, this parking lot is still considered private property, and if you refuse to leave private property after being told to do so, you're breaking the law by trespassing. Speaking of big, that's another reason I love playing Fishing Clash. I can upgrade my rod and equipment, collect rare lures, and aim to catch the biggest fish from over 100 different species. That's something my friend Joel here isn't so great at, right Joel?
Oh man.
Anyways, it gets worse for Jesse, as alongside trespassing, a
attempting to fish inside a store and pretending to fish in the parking lot, especially with a hook on the line, could be considered mischief if it disrupts business or puts other customers at risk. Oh, and for anyone wishing to join me in Fishing Clash, download the game using the link in the description below, scan the QR code on the screen, or use the code WildlineMike to claim a $20 value reward and a unique avatar for free.
So what's the fine for Jesse?
Well, Canada would likely consider this a summary offense, which means he could...
What's on with you guys? Why are they on? What's the matter? Why are you guys...
Okay, you know this homecoming?
Uh-huh.
She spent like over $1,000 on my credit card.
Oh, no, money? On credit card?
Her fancy shoes.
What?
And then like a dress,
Leanna,
stuff for her hair and makeup.
$1,000 on our credit card?
I know.
So she's maxed out our credit cards?
You are
Leanna.
grounded. No, you are no. You're
So she's maxed out our credit cards?
She spent over $1,000 on stuff. No, you are grounded. No, you are grounded. You are not going to the dance. No, that's
What?
I am taking all back to
Why,
the
she's not going to the dance now?
No, because she's.
What?
I can't let her go.
Okay, I'm sorry, Leanna. I guess you can. Leanna. Okay, so... Leanna, what have I done talking to you?
You come back here. You are so grounded.
Alright, so... Yeah, I guess Leanna's grounded now because she's maxed out our credit cards and everything.
This is a joke. You know, I don't care what anyone says. I am going to that dance. I've already started getting ready on my hair. I've already begun my makeup. I've done my nails. I have my dress and shoes and jewelry all put out. I have some of it and I still need to put in the rest of it. I have done too much in preparation to not go to this, and that's what they don't understand. So I don't care. I'm going to this dance no matter what. I think I'm just going to sneak out the window. I'm going to have my date come pick me up so I don't have to catch a ride with Leland or anything. They won't know. I'm just going to go no matter what. They won't even notice that I'm gone.
Alright, guys. Well, that just happened. So apparently Leanna's now not going to be going to homecoming dance, guys. She is now grounded. So it looks like the window well is lifted out of place.
Is she in her room?
No, her room's empty. And the
She in
hanger.
the bathroom?
No, the hanger is empty.
Her clothes hanger there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I think she went to the dance.
She took that dress. I told her she was grounded.
Yeah. Well, we need to go find her then. She snuck out of the house. Alright, so it looks like Leanna snuck out of the house. So I'm going to have to grab Carol, and we're going to have to, I guess, go to the school to try to find her. Alright, we are leaving the house, and we're headed towards the school. According to the GPS, the 360, yeah, Leanna is currently at the school right now.
I told her she couldn't go.
Yeah.
She spent
She snuck out behind our backs.
on my credit card.
Yeah.
With these shoes and the makeup. No. I told her no.
Are you freaking kidding me? Seriously. We're trying to go.
Oh my gosh. And now we're at
Worst timing ever.
Why? And we need to.
We gotta get to the school.
Okay, I just got to the school. I'm in my dress and everything, and this is where I'm supposed to be my date. So I'm just waiting for him to come here, and I hope my parents will check my location or anything, because then they'll be able to see that I'm here. I didn't really think that part through, but it's okay, because I'm here now.
Alright, so there's... See if I can find... Is that Leanna? No, that's not Leanna. We got quite a few cars pouring in. Looks like everyone's going to the dance, and everyone's parking over there. I see people walking around. I don't know. Let's try circling the school. Alright, there are some more vehicles parked here. So, I don't know, I'm gonna see if she's over here. I mean, there's another entrance right there, but I don't see anyone. Yeah. There's a few more kids, but this doesn't appear to be the entrance. Well, there's a lot of people at this dance. I wonder if I can go through here. Nope. Well, I'm here at the school. I'm outside, and trying to figure out where the dance is. Right, see if I can track down Leanna.
I just stepped out of the school to get some fresh air, and I checked the 360. My parents are here. What are they thinking? Not on the other side of school. I don't know what I'm doing. I think that I'm better out here than in there, but I think I'm gonna have to hide or something. I don't really know.
Oh, down there's the cafeteria. Sometimes they have dances in there, but I'm not seeing any flashing lights.
Good work handling those bandits.
Who are you, and what do you want?
Okay, you're mad about the fight. I didn't think anyone survived the crash, but you did. So now, I'll help you.
I don't need help. I'm getting out of here.
How? You're an off-roader. This ship of yours isn't gonna fly anytime soon. But lucky for you, I'm a mechanic.
How many credits are we talking?
I mean, a few, mostly for parts.